This right here is the cheapest delivery food I've ever seen in my life. This cost me a grand total of $4.88. No gimmicks, no coupons, no affiliations. That's the price. That's the total price after everything. If you have a phone and internet and an address that this place delivers to, you can get the exact same deal. And I'm still in a little bit of disbelief because, you know, in other places, I'll pay well over $5 just for the tip alone or just in fees alone. This, with all the everything, is less than $5, and that's just mind-blowing in this day and age. Now, a couple things before I get into it, why it was so cheap. There was no delivery fee at this place, and there was no minimum order amount. So usually here in Korea, there will be a minimum order amount. So if you want to get McDonald's, you'll have to get at least like $10 worth of food before they'll deliver it. And then usually they'll hit you with a delivery fee, which will be a couple bucks. This place has none of those. I don't know how they're getting away with it. I'm guessing it's probably a ghost kitchen, so they just have lower, operational costs. But I still don't know. I've never heard of this place. I still don't even know the name of it. I didn't even really check, to be honest with you. Never had it, obviously. And I use the delivery app that I always use, so there's no fishy business. This is just cheap as hell, all right? What is it? You're probably wondering. This is kimchi 볶음밥. One of the most classic Korean dishes, and probably one of the only Korean dishes that I could actually cook without a recipe. It probably wouldn't turn out, super authentic, but I could probably whip up something. And I can't even lie, for under $5 delivered to the doorstep. It's looking pretty damn good. It's smelling good. The amount is looking pretty good. The egg is looking nice. Let me put this on a plate, give you a little bit of a better look at it. Now, the tricky part will be preserving this egg because it does look like a very nice and runny yolk, which I do appreciate. Just slip that right out there. Yeah, that's a hefty amount. Like, this might be cheaper through delivery than actually cooking it at home. Mind blown. Egg back on top there. And this right here, this is a full meal in Korea. It's considered a full meal. It's not a side or anything. I mean, I guess if you really went crazy, you could eat this as a side if you wanted to, but yeah, you could eat this for lunch, dinner, doesn't even matter. Let's taste it though. Because that is a true test. I'm hoping you could probably get something similar to this at the convenience store, maybe. I feel like it'd be a lot smaller of an amount, and it might be around the same price. To me, I'm still kind of very skeptical. Like, it's gonna taste bogus or anything. It's bottom of the egg. I don't know, but let's find out. So I'm gonna do one of these, crush up the egg. And in Korea, when you eat kimchi 볶음밥 or kimchi fried rice, you always want to use a spoon. Don't be the guy who is using chopsticks because that's not how they do it here. You eat rice with a spoon in Korea. Just a little tip for you. All right, going in, get a little bit of everything. Let's see. I haven't had this in a minute too. It's mighty fine. That is mighty fine. That's better than I could make it. I'm blown away. This is out of this world. Sheesh, man. So if you don't know exactly what this is, so nice. Oh man, with the egg and the yolk. Basically, kimchi fried rice is, like I said, a classic staple. You use kind of like the overly fermented kimchi. You need like gochujang, like red chili paste, rice, obviously, maybe the sesame oil. That always hits. You just basically throw a bunch of stuff into a pan, cook it all together, put that fresh egg on top, the sunny side up egg on top. My mind is a little bit blown right now, as you might be able to tell. Other things you can put on, some sesame seeds, some, what is it? I'm thinking in Korean right now for some reason. Some soy sauce, and garlic. You could throw in some meat in here. I like this with Spam. Even some canned tuna. And then you stir it up. One thing you might also notice, if you've never seen this before, kimchi fried rice, or just fried rice in general in Korea, tends to be a little bit more clumpy than fried rice that you might see in other countries. Which at first, I wasn't, I was a little bit, you know, when I first moved here 10 years ago or over 10 years ago, I was a little bit mystified by that. I was like, that's not fried rice, or not the fried rice that I know of, but I've grown to really love it. It's very hearty. So satisfying. Nice little kick to it. Umami. You're getting so many different flavors. Spiciness isn't really a flavor, but you're getting that. The sourness from the kimchi, but there's that depth to it. From some of the oils, maybe the sesame oil, and it's savory, it's not sweet. So yeah, this thing, in general, kimchi bokkeumbap, kimchi fried rice is something you should definitely try at some point. But dude, for this price point, I'm a little bit flabbergasted right now. There are a few reasons that, in general, delivery or food delivery in Korea is a little bit cheaper, I believe. I mean, for one, you know, things, the price, I don't know anything about, you know, the economy or economics or anything like that, but there's probably a difference there, but just with cost of living, I guess. But also what I heard, and this is just through the grapevine, I heard this on the streets, so don't take it as a fact. But what I heard was, in America, if you're using something like Uber Eats, for one, obviously you're gonna have to pay a tip, which you don't tip in Korea. For two, the way Uber Eats works, again, this is just what I heard, is that they will charge like the customers a fee, like a hefty little fee, and then also the restaurants a hefty little fee. And over in Korea, they don't charge the customers that hefty fee. They basically double the fee for the restaurants, which seems good for me, not so good for the restaurant owners. So again, not sure if that's true. I would hate to put out fake news, so don't take that as news. But you know it's not fake. The price, $4.88, and the flavors. I mean, is this the best kimchi bokkeumbap I've ever had? It's gotta be up there, man. I have said before that I'm not always the biggest fan of the overly fermented, overly sour kimchi, but when you do stir fry it and then mix it in with all this other stuff, it becomes delightful. If you tried making this with the fresher kimchi, it wouldn't work. I have tried it. Didn't work. Thing is, like, inflation is happening over here as well. Prices are getting higher. A lot of people over here are complaining about it, the price going up. But this place, man, I don't know how they're in business. Maybe they're just using the cheapest ingredients. Like I said, maybe ghost kitchen. Maybe they're doing some, you know, fishy business back there that we don't want to know about. But at this point, sorry, I don't really care. This is a deal of the century. It's mighty fine. Wow. Wow. Damn. There you have it. The cheapest delivery I've ever seen. And obviously there are, you know, I could probably find cheaper food items, you know, for less than $5. But then the thing is the minimum order amount, so I'd have to get like other stuff to get that whole thing delivered. And I could probably, there's probably some coffee places or something where you could get like a really something cheaper than this delivered, but it would just be a coffee. I'm talking about a full meal right here. I'm satisfied and I'm skating out of here. So thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.